Hello, friends. Today again I am before you uh, to discuss the case study which I gave yesterday. So now let us see what was the case study, and after discussion, what can be the model answer for that in about 250 words as it comes in the UPSC exam. Now the case study is a consultation on environmental clearance was shown as participatory using falsified feedback forms. You discover this post facto as the new secretary. How do you correct the course? So this is the case study. Now let us see what will be the course of action, which ethical theories will support that, and what are the various acts and rules and other provisions, legal provisions, which are related to this case study. But before we go that, we will, in first para, a little brief of this case study and the action which we are going to take in subsequent paras that will be mentioned. So let us start. When fake voices speak for people, democracy loses its soul. So this is again a engaging statement or engaging sentence, engaging beginning with a catchy sentence. So this is what has been done. And this also uh, clearly indicates what will be our course of action in next few paragraphs, which we are going to enumerate. As the newly appointed secretary, I uncover the feedback forms from a public consultation on environmental clearance were fabricated to falsely show community approval. This violates the essence of participatory governance, environmental justice, and administrative integrity. My duty is to reverse the damage and enforce systemic accountability. So basically, this is what course of action I am going to take to reverse the damage and enforce systemic accountability because it has violated essence of participatory governance, environmental justice, and administrative integrity. So if you see in first para, introductory para itself, a lot of indication has been given that what action we are going to enumerate or take in subsequent paragraphs. Now let us see, or let us go for a detailed uh, analysis of various ethical theories, various provisions, legal provisions which attract this case study, and what will be the our case of our course of action. So first thing is ethical and constitutional violations. What are ethical and constitutional violations? Let us understand that. The act breaches Immanuel Kant's deontological ethics, which treats truth as a moral imperative. So first is Immanuel Kant's deontological ethics is breached, and also John Rawls' principle of procedural justice. This is also breached here by silencing genuine public voices. Further, uh, it also violates Article 21 and Article 19(1)(a) of Constitution. So Article 21, right to life and clean environment, and Article 19(1)(a), freedom of speech and expression. These two articles, fundamental right articles, are also violated by this case study or this case. It also contravenes Principle 10 of Rio Declaration on public participation in environmental matters. So these are various provisions and various ethical and constitutional violations or legal violations which can be associated with this case. Now, what will be the corrective action which we will propose or will take basically? So let us understand that. Suspend the clearance and notify the State Environment Impact Assessment Authority, that is SEA, and Ministry of Environment and Forest, MOEFCC, for further necessary action. So immediately after suspending the clearance, there is a state level authority which monitors the environment clearance. So they have to be notified that such and such problem has been noticed or such and such fraud has been noticed. So accordingly, further action should be taken, and then Ministry of Environment and Forest also needs to be notified. Launch a probe under Central Vigilance Commission guidelines, CVC guidelines are there for such, how probes can be ordered and what can be the procedure and other follow-up measures as far as this kind of fraud is concerned. So launch a probe. Then invoke Prevention of Corruption Act. If private collusion is proven, so that is also can be done. Then reconduct the consultation with independent observers and elected panchayat representatives. So this is again important thing. After doing this, you have to reconduct the consultation with independent observers and elected panchayat representatives. Now, what are the institutional safeguards which can be proposed? Mandate audio-visual recording of all consultations. This is very important because if this is done, one can know basically how many people have attended and what actually transpired in that meeting. So audio-visual recording is, best proof which can be done. Use Aadhaar authenticated digital portals for feedback. This again is another check for this. Publish data on Parivesh portal for public scrutiny. Parivesh portal is the portal of basically for environment clearance, environment ministry. So if data is published, it will be in public domain and the public can scrutinize that data. Then train officers in ethics and environmental justice through LB, SNA and state academies. So state academic training institutes. So state administrative training institute, state ATIs. So the officers can be trained in ethics and environmental justice through Lavasana and state ATIs. Now, what will be the conclusion? Public consultation is not a procedural formality. It is the heartbeat of democratic governance. So this is again, we are giving a very attractive or catchy sentence to end this case study answer. Public consultation is not a procedural formality. It is the heartbeat of democratic governance. As Paul H. Appleby affirmed, ethical administration begins where shortcuts end. Restoring integrity here is not optional, it is imperative. So this ends the case study. Now let us see what question we'll be taking up tomorrow for answer. Question is, differentiate between emotional intelligence and intelligence quotient. Why is EI more crucial for ethical leadership in civil services? 150. But there are two parts in this question, as you understand. First is differentiate between EI and IQ. Second is why EI is more crucial for ethical leadership in civil services. So this question we will be discussing tomorrow, and we'll try to see what can be the model answer for this. Thank you for watching this video. We'll meet again tomorrow with the model answer of this theoretical question on emotional intelligence. Thank you, one and all.